is actually a major stakeholder in the North, and I want to get his own take on our level of preparedness for this by-election. So what's your take?
Well, so far so good. I'm quite upbeat. I'm excited with the way things are going. The campaign started a couple of days ago. It started with a flag off, which was resounding. The crowd that gathered, to welcome the candidates of APC, a great party, was a humongous crowd. And you see, when people gather like that, it goes to show you the acceptance of the candidate. Again, even before the flag off, the process that led to the emergence of our candidate was transparent. We had very useful engagement with all the stakeholders. We looked at the field, we looked at all the parameters, and then we came to a decision that we should have a consensus candidate. And when we met with all the aspirants, we tried to explain things to them, get them to see the reason why everybody should concede for the other person. And we arrived at the candidate we have today, Chief JUDE. Initially, one or two people were not too happy, but by the time we interacted further and engaged with them, they saw reasons and everybody came in. So we had a very smooth and peaceful primaries, no rancors whatsoever. All the previous aspirants were there in the venue of the primaries. They spoke and they all surrendered their support to Chief JUDE. So when we started campaigns, the acceptance was already there. And I want to commend you also too. I want to commend them really for their magnanimity and the way they took things at the end of the day. Their future indeed very bright, because as far as the leader of our party is concerned, he noted all of this, and eventually they probably placed us removed. So basically, we're happy with the candidate we chose. We're happy with the outcome of the campaigns. We're happy with our governor. Indeed, yesterday was the icing of the cake. When we had 3 governors, come to show solidarity with our governor and pass on the message that we should all vote in for progressive Congress. So I have no doubts that will be elections.
Alright, so everyone has said that this election is one election that we must win. And I want to know, for you, why is this emphasis on the fact that we must win this by-election?
So a lot of people are trying to see, did he move sincerely with the people of Cross River State, or is it all a facade that he moved and the people didn't move with him? So the propaganda being peddled by the PDP is that Cross River State is PDP and that the governor moved on his own, just a few appointees and a few loyalists. So tomorrow's election is going to be a test on whether the governor truly moved with the people of Cross River State or he moved by himself. That's why people say it's an important election. But for me, I think we already knew that the governor moved with the people of Cross River State. We had said that from day one. The build-up to the movement was massive. The reaction immediately after the movement was humongous and massive. So we have no doubts that the people of Cross River State truly moved with this election.
Alright, so we've heard a lot of people say this election is not about Chief JUDE per se. It's more about the Benedict administration and of course the All Progressive Congress. I want to get your take on what you envisage to see tomorrow, February 26th. What do you hope to see?
Well, I would disagree that the election is not about JUDE. It's about JUDE, it's about the governor, it's about the APC, it's an all-inclusive thing.
Okay.
You cannot pick one without the other. And I think the governor has done very well in his choice of Chief JUDE. JUDE is a very acceptable candidate. The father, Senator Greg NGAJI, a very good man, one of the best politicians we've had in Cross River State, particularly in the Northern Senatorial District. He was our senator for 8 years and he did very well. So a lot of people can relate to that, and it goes to show for all of us that are in politics that if you do well, tomorrow you will be remembered and your siblings behind you could be appreciated. So that's what JUDE election stands for, most of us, and then the thought that yes, the governor took a decision to move to APC, and he moved with the entire well-meaning politicians of Cross River State. We're seeing what's happening in PDP. I don't want to go into details, but Cross Riverians are not stupid. They see that somebody from another state is trying to come and take over the politics of Cross River. Who is the state? It's wrong. You know, it doesn't speak well. We Cross Riverians will not do that to our sister states. We will not go and try to decide for them. Let the people decide for themselves. Let Cross Riverians decide for themselves. Even in the other party, they are sharply divided, because a lot of well-meaning people in the other party see that it's alright, it's not correct for another state to try and decide for Cross River State. So that is what we're grappling with, and I believe that majority of Cross Riverians stand with what is right, they stand with justice, they stand with the truth, they believe in the leadership of Ben Ayade, they believe he stands for the youth, he stands for the people of Cross River State, and at the end of the day, they'll follow him. And again, the APC nationally is a party that we've socketed to, because we're tired of playing regional politics. Cross River State is about the poorest state in the Federation. Today, we have about the least allocation. And even when we try to trust our regional brothers, there were times where we relied on Akwa Ibom as our sister state, but see what they paid us off with. They took the little oil wells we had and added to their many other wells. And today you have another sister state again, almost threatening to empty their treasury, to put a senator, to put a member house of reps. In our common palace, this palace, they say someone that uses a goat to set a trap knows what he wants to catch. So when they are spending that kind of resources, they know what they want to get from Cross River, and it cannot be for good. Our people are not stupid. We voted our son Ben Ayade, no matter what who says, or no matter whether anybody likes it or not. We supported him, we voted him as governor. He's a governor properly so-called, and he leads, we will follow. We've decided to follow him, no matter whose ox is God. Yes, he's not perfect, he may have his flaws, make his mistakes. No governor before him has been perfect, but we have all followed them. We followed their leadership. In the case of Ben Ayade, it will not be different.
All right, so on the last note, I want to get your personal message to the people of Ogoja, Yala Federal Constituency, as one of the critical leaders of the North. And beyond that, it's been said that it's different for us, that you are actually instrumental to this flip to APC. So you're one of the major stakeholders. So what is your personal message to the people of Ogoja Yala Federal Constituency?
My message to them is a message of hope, it's a message of progress, and I am proud and I'm happy with the way the people of Ogoja Yala Federal Constituency have stood with the APC. I'm happy the way they've stood with His Excellency, the Digital Governor, Senator Professor Ben Ayade. I'm happy with the way they accepted the candidature of Chief JUDE NGAJI. All I want to say is let's crystallize it tomorrow. Let them come out in their numbers en masse. Let them go to their polling units early. Stand there, cast their votes for the APC. Make sure the votes are counted. Make sure the elections are declared. Let them not be intimidated. Let nobody, no matter whether they call him lion or whatever, intimidate them. Let them stand with their son. Let them believe that prosperity will judge them right and they are doing the right thing. Let them vote JUDE NGAJI massively into the National Assembly. We'll take it from there. I'm confident that will be done.
For the rest of Cross River that is watching keenly, what's your message to them out there?
My message is that they should see the outcome of tomorrow's election and begin to make a choice between standing with our own son, the governor, or standing with outside forces that try to undermine and diminish our soul.
All right, thank you very much. Of course, we are here at Cross River North, and we've taken different critical opinions of leaders in the North, and they've said it firmly that the North is together and Ogoja Yala by-election is a walkover. My name is Akala to be listening to Right Honorable Legor Idagbo, representing the good people of Bekwara Ogoja Obanliku Federal Constituency in the House of Representatives. We'll get to other takes from other leaders on what is happening here and of course the outcome of tomorrow's election. We are all together and APC is going to give an overwhelming victory. I'll see you tomorrow when we get to other takes from other leaders. Stay proactive, stay with the APC and keep supporting the Benadele administration. Bye-bye.